Hello, it's me, Beth, and I am back home again in Indiana after a very busy weekend of speaking and concerts and all kinds of good stuff. Um, I went to, well, first of all, I spoke this weekend in Valparaiso at Valparaiso University and in Middlebury at the Das Dutchman. I gave my Dan Finley speeches and had a great time, met some really fantastic people. It was wonderful. I haven't given that speech a lot, so it was a really fun time to get out and get some experience giving that speech. Um, and then on Sunday, I actually spoke at the Cheney Mansion, which is so beautiful. What a beautiful place in Oak Park, Illinois. I hosted a ladies' luncheon and gave my pink elephant speech, which coincidentally, my pink elephant story that the speech is based on actually has to thank the next group that I'm going to do my review on for, the Sidewalk Prophets. My pink elephant story I wrote after an experience I had with one of the little girls in my daycare. She asked me one day after listening to the song Live Like That, what does that mean? What does it mean to live like that? And her background is not, the prettiest. Let's just put it that way. Pretty heartbreaking background this little girl has. And the experience that I shared with her, sharing my faith with her and kind of trying to help her understand, what that song was trying to get at, was a really moving experience for me. So I ended up writing a story about it, and since then I've ended up speaking all over the place, giving that speech. I don't know how many people I've spoken in front of. A lot. I know in Wisconsin I spoke one Saturday in front of over 500 people just on one Saturday with that speech, and it's really touched a lot of lives. So I really I'm a big fan of the Live Like That song, and of course I'm a big fan of the Sidewalk Prophets too. So I am going to tell you a little bit about their concert that I saw at the WFRN Friend Fest on Friday night. I actually had no idea when I went to the WFRN Friend Fest I was going to get there in time to see the Sidewalk Prophets, because I had just spoken in Middlebury. I was having a nightmare of a day. If you haven't seen my day in the life vlog, you might want to check that out first. That'll help you understand a little bit where I was coming from that night. It was a nightmare, and so I was running late. I was stressed out so stressed out, and the only reason why I ended up going to the concert was because I had the tickets. I was supposed to be writing reviews of the Sanctus Real guys and David Crowder for my friend Brian, who has a website that talks about Christian music, and we have been trying forever to find a concert that I haven't seen and a group that or groups that I like, but I'm not overly overly fanatical about. Maybe is that the right way to say it? Maybe that's probably what Brian would say. Yeah, that's the way to put it. So I like Sanctus Real and David Crowder, but I would not call myself a fanatic about them. So it was like the perfect concert for me to go and review. So that's why I was there. And needless to say, when I got there had been some kind of, I don't know if they were just running behind or if there was a rain delay or what, but I ended up getting to see a little bit of Stellar Cart, which, oh my gosh, Stellar Cart is amazing. If you ever get the chance to go see Stellar Cart, you should definitely go, because totally awesome. I do have a review up on my vlog about Stellar Cart, and I was exhausted when I did that vlog, and half of what I said ended up not being right. But I still stand by the fact that they were totally awesome, so you should go check them out. But I also got to see the whole Sidewalk Prophet show, which I've seen before, but I'm going to tell you about it a little bit now in case you haven't seen them. I'm going to try to persuade you to go to one of their concerts because they are really, really amazing. They always start out with singing Wrecking Ball, which is a great song. When I first listened to the Live Like That CD, that was one of my 2 favorite songs right off the bat that I liked. I immediately liked Love, 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 and I immediately liked Wrecking Ball. And my 5-year-old loves Wrecking Ball a lot. In fact, he loves it so much that he actually wants a Wrecking Ball for his birthday in August. So thank you very much, Sidewalk Prophets, for that. I don't know how exactly I'm going to get a Wrecking Ball, where I'm going to find a Wrecking Ball. But he's a lot like his mom. He's very determined. When he gets his mind set on something, that it's going to happen. So one way or another, that kid's going to get a Wrecking Ball for his birthday. But yeah, Wrecking Ball is a great song. It's really like the perfect song to open up the concert, I think. From there, they played Nothing's Gonna Stop Us, and I could be mistaken. I am mistaken a lot, but I think that's a newer song that they have added. I don't know that they played that one. They may have. I don't remember them playing it, though, when they were on tour with Josh Wilson in the spring. I think they played it as the encore when I saw them in Green Bay, and I really liked it that night. It was really a great, great song. I was just happy they did an encore because I had never seen them do an encore before. But yeah, that song is really growing on me. It is. I would not say it's one of my favorites on the CD. I mean, it's not that I don't like it, but I just really like it live. It's a great song. And there was I wrote in my notes in like big letters. I don't have my notebook with me, I show you, but there was a really great bass solo. So kudos to you, Kyle, for that. That was fantastic. Oh, I forgot. I have a picture in case you aren't familiar with what the Sidewalk Prophets look like. I have the little program. Let me see if we can get this. Whoop. Here they are. They're right next to me and Disa. Let me see if I can point them out. This always gets me kind of confused. Okay, this guy here in the black jacket is Dave. He's the singer. Here, let's try it this way. Yeah, here he is. The guy sitting down is Justin, and he's the drummer. Over here is Ben in the corner, and the other one with the hat on is Cal. He's the one that played the amazing bass solo. Sean is not in the picture. Sean, I think he plays the lead guitar, and I don't know why he's not in the picture. Maybe, I don't know. That I can't answer. But yeah, that's the Sidewalk Prophets. I have their blue CD. This is their first CD that they won. I believe they won some awards for this CD right here. It's a great CD. This is the deluxe copy, actually. I recommend the deluxe because it has some bonus songs on it. I like the one song, Know That You Are Loved. It's really a good song. And then, whoa, I about hit myself. They have some remix type things of You Love Me Anyway, which is my very favorite song ever. And I know that I always say that I have so many favorites, but truthfully, I can prove that because if you come over to my house and we pull up in my iTunes, it is the #1 top played song by like 1,000 plays probably. On my iTunes. So seriously, that is my very favorite. You can take that to the bank. And then The Words I Would Say, which is a really great song too. The other standout thing from this particular concert was this totally made my day. After the day I had, this was so fantastic. After I've gone to their other concerts, I have a friend, Melissa, she is the musical expert of everything. She's seen like every musical group ever to sing a song in concert, probably at least like 12 times. And she would ask me, did they do an Michael Jackson cover? And I'm always like, no, they had not. So, last night they did, and I was so excited. I actually texted her. I'm like, guess what? They just did a Michael Jackson cover. They sang, well, Dave sang, everybody else played their instruments, Man in the Mirror, and it was really, really good. I had felt previously like very left out that I had not heard them do a Michael Jackson cover. I felt like I was missing out on something, and yet at the same time in my mind I couldn't picture it. I had no idea how that was going to work. I don't know. I'm not sure why I couldn't picture it. Dave is a really great singer. I mean, he probably is my favorite singer right now. He just has an amazing voice. And so I don't know why it surprised me so much that it sounded so good, but it did. It really was awesome. So I felt very happy that I got to finally hear that, so I could tell Melissa, now you can just leave me alone. I've heard them sing a Michael Jackson cover. I can get hit by a tree now on my way home and die happy. Now let's hope that didn't happen because I am home now and I'm fine. Nothing even remotely interesting happened on my way home, which was good. Let's see. What else did I want to say? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. It was just so great. Really, truly, if you don't have their CDs, you have to get them both. They're just so good. Their songs are just so good. If you aren't a concert person, fine, just get their CDs and you will love them. Honestly, forever, I just listened to this CD. Actually, I gotta tell you a story. I actually ended up with this CD. I never intended to buy this CD. It was the most serendipitous thing that ever happened to me that I ended up with this CD. I was getting ready to go. I didn't mean to throw it. Now it's going to be broken like my Live Like That CD. I would show you my Live Like That CD, but I dropped it and I broke it. And so every time I pick it up, it falls apart. And so I have it in a safe place until I can get a replacement one signed. I'm afraid something bad's going to happen if I keep messing with it, so it's put away. But anyway, back to my story. I was getting ready to go on out of town on a speaking tour, and I had been hearing the song Lead Me by Saint Is Real, who I was going to hear later on Friday night, which is kind of funny, I thought, kind of ironic. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to go and get their CD because I really like the song Lead Me, and I heard the song Forgiven, and I really like that song too. And I was in a hurry and trying to do like 15 things at once before I left, and somehow, to this day, I don't know how this happened, other than that they both start with the letter S, Saint Is Real and Sidewalk Prophets. I bought, not this physical CD, on iTunes, I bought These Simple Truths. I ended up with These Simple Truths, and I will never forget, I was in my car, it's on the way, down the road, and I pull open my iTouch to play the Saint Is Real CD, and the only musical group on the under the letter S was Sidewalk Prophets. And no joke, in my mind, I was like, what the heck is a Sidewalk Prophet? I had no idea, none whatsoever. I was very angry. I was very, very upset. I had no idea what had happened. I figured I had done something dumb and ended up with the wrong thing. And I was really mad. And I ended up listening to it because I didn't have anything else really to listen to that was new. And seriously, it was the best mistake I ever made. I always just laugh because the song I intended to get was Lead Me, and the song Lead Me led me to this. So I just think that's kind of funny because that's how my life goes. But yeah, fantastic CD. Yeah, like I said, my favorite song is You Love Me Anyway. the line, "You're the nail in my wrist." It just hits me every time I hear it. I've heard it probably a million times by now, or possibly even a bazillion, and it just really touches my heart every time I hear that song. It was really cute at the concert. There were some little kids blowing bubbles during that song, and so I had bubbles all around me and my favorite song, and it was a very sweet moment. So it was awesome. The WFRN morning host that introduced the Sidewalk Prophets said that he is always asked who is going to be the next Casting Crowns, and he said that he thinks the Sidewalk Prophets are going to be the next Casting Crowns. And of course, I agree with that. Actually, I think they're probably going to surpass the Casting Crowns. And I like the Casting Crowns, but I just really think the Sidewalk Prophets are special. I just really love their music. Their songs are just amazing. And the funny thing is, I don't know which part of the story to start with. I'm going to start with the Casting Crowns portion of the story. My friend Sarah, I took her to see the Casting Crowns come to the Well concert in March. I had gotten us tickets for the concert for her Christmas and her birthday and like every holiday in 2012. And they cost $120. And that aside, that's a shocking amount of money to pay. Well, I mean, not for like the whole year of presents, but it's a shocking amount of money to pay, I think, for a concert. Well, and it wasn't just the Casting Crowns that were there. She loves, and I do too, Matthew West. He was there, and he, is worth a lot of money to go see him. Royal Taylor was there, and amazing. That's all I can say about Royal Taylor. And Lindsay McCall was there. So it was, we got our money's worth for sure. But that $120 aside, we paid $25 for parking to go see the Casting Crowns. And I kid you not, this is true. I have seen the Sidewalk Prophets in concert 4 times, and I have paid about $20 to see them 4 times. And so I know math was never my very best subject in school, but honestly, I paid more for parking to go see the Casting Crowns than I paid to see the Sidewalk Prophets 4 times. Something's not right with that mathematical equation. That just boggles my mind. So the point I'm trying to make here is, if the Sidewalk Prophets are, as the WFRN morning show host guy says, the next Casting Crowns, you really should go see them now when their ticket prices are very reasonable, because you never know, it could be anytime soon you're going to be paying big money for parking to get in the door to see them. So I'm quite glad I've gotten to go see them a few times now myself before I can't afford the tickets and the parking to go see them in the future. So that is my sage advice to you. Go now, don't wait. Go see them. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There is one more thing. I heard, and I cannot for sure confirm or deny this. It could be true. I know part of it is true. I do not know if the whole thing is true. And to be completely frank, I'm a little bit afraid to look into it because I don't know that I will be able to go on living if it's not true. Just kidding. I'm being very sarcastic about that, but I know if you haven't seen my review of For King and Country, I saw them a week or so ago at the Follinger here in Fort Wayne. Amazing. I am absolutely 100% in love with the big drum. I'm still thinking, after this weekend seeing like 7 amazing concerts, I'm still thinking about the big drum because the big drum was so fun for King and Country. But anyway, For King and Country is going to be in Wapakoneta, Ohio, I believe on July 21st. And if you're in Fort Wayne, you may never have heard of Wapakoneta, Ohio, but it is not very far from Fort Wayne. It's just across the state line, pretty much, in Ohio. A short drive, a very short drive indeed. So they're going to be there. It's going to be free. And a little birdie told me Friday that they had heard that the group appearing with For King and Country in Wapakoneta, Ohio on July 21st is going to be the Sidewalk Prophets. So if that is true, two of my three very favorite groups are going to be in Wapakoneta, Ohio on July 21st at a free concert. Again, still not, if that's true, I'm still going to be below my parking that I paid for Casting Crowns. Really, you know where I'll be, basically, if that's true on July 21st. And even if the Sidewalk Prophets aren't going to be there, you should go see For King and Country. I also believe, my friend Sarah told me this, and I haven't actually checked it out, but if Sarah says it's true, it probably is true. If you're in Fort Wayne, that the Sidewalk Prophets will be at Fandana Fest in August, which is in Huntington, at the Huntington University. So if you are looking for a chance to go see them in the Fort Wayne area, you're going to have a couple opportunities, it sounds like, coming up. So keep that in mind as you're planning your fun summer activities. And definitely get their CDs. These Simple Truths is the blue CD, and Live Like That, which has kind of a heart on the front, and it's the new CD. You can get both of those wherever you get music. A couple other things. They, of course, have a website. I mean, come on, I have a website. Of course they do. Their website is www.sidewalkprophets.com. And they're also on Facebook. I'm pretty sure you can find them on Facebook just by typing in Sidewalk Prophets. I don't think it's anything more tricky than that. And they also are on Twitter. They're pretty fun on Twitter to follow. Actually, I would say they're probably one of the more fun groups to follow. And their Twitter handle is SW Prophets. Also, you can follow, I think all of the guys have their information, so you can follow them too. I'm going to give a shout out to Ben because he is hilarious to follow on Twitter. He's always coming up with some crazy stuff. So he is one that you would definitely want to follow if you were looking for somebody fun to follow on Twitter. He's pretty entertaining, I think. Aside from that, though, truthfully, I've met them a few times going through the line to get, I think they've signed a shirt for my son and my 5-year-old, and they've signed, of course, my blue CD and my broken CD. But they're very nice guys, very nice. They treat their fans so well. You should definitely go see them, go buy their CDs, go be a fan. They're really great. If you haven't checked out my written blog, I have a written story on my blog about an experience I had at the concert in Green Bay, the Cup of Joy, that you should go check out too. That's a really neat story about a lady I met there named Pam and how moved she was at their concert. It was really, really a wonderful experience. So you should check that out. My website is www.bethstauffer.com, and the name of that blog post is Why I Love the Sidewalk Prophets. I think it's under, if you look under the category section, it's under stuff that doesn't fit anywhere else. That's my filing system for you. Also, if you are interested, you can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter name is Pumpkin Patch PG. That's the name of my daycare. And you can also email me if you have any questions or thoughts, or I don't know, you're bored. My email is beth@bethstauffer.com. And so that's all I have about the Sidewalk Prophets. Coming up, I still have to do my reviews on Sanctus Real and David Crowder. And I have my reviews done for 10th Avenue North, which I haven't posted it yet. That was totally amazing. You really should check that out. And Casting Crowns and Mandisa, who I'm really a fan of hers now after seeing her in concert. So I hope you'll check out those reviews as well. And in the meantime, like I have said about 12 times, go get some Sidewalk Prophet CDs and go see them in concert. And take care. We'll talk to you again soon.